Guys, as you already know that the provinces in Canada are responsible to drive their own PNP programs when it comes to attracting more talent, more skilled people in order to live in that province, get a Canadian PR through what is known as a provincial nomination program. Well, while a lot of other provinces are changing gears, this time in news is the province of Nova Scotia, where they are putting in extra efforts to attract more talent towards their province, in turn leading to more skilled labor and trying to contribute towards the economy of that particular province. Now, in this video, we will look at the change of gears or the shift of mode that Nova Scotia is doing to attract more talent towards the province. If you are interested in knowing what are these changes and if you are interested in immigrating to Canada as a permanent resident, then you should watch this video till the end. My name is Sahil. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to connect with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant of moving to Canada, then this channel will be able to help you in a better way. Guys, what we're discussing today is the change of gears and the shift of mode that the provinces normally do when it comes to attracting more talent and more number of people towards a province under the various PNP programs. And today, what we're discussing today is specifically the province of Nova Scotia, where they have changed gears to attract more people in the French-speaking community. Now, on November 7th, the province actually released a particular report which aimed at attracting more Francophone population towards the province. As you already know that in Canada, Quebec is the major province that has the French-speaking population. But overall, Canada has two main languages, which is French and English. Now, in Canada, already a lot of French people, French-speaking people do come to Canada and do live as a part of the community. And so is the preference that is being given by a lot of provinces and even the federal programs. Based on these particular actions, the province of Nova Scotia released this particular report and said that they are going to take one or more strategies to attract these French-speaking people to make sure that more and more talented people and skilled labor shortages can be addressed and these people can move to that particular province and stay there as permanent residents. Now let's just look at what are the kind of efforts that the province aims to put in through this particular report that was released earlier. Now what Nova Scotia says is that the increased community and partner engagement will be leveraged to attract more Francophone population. They're also going to look at promotion and attraction through multiple methods. They will also look at releasing new programs which will be aimed specifically towards the French-speaking population. They're also looking at retention and inclusion through the settlement services that are currently being offered by the province, and they will aim to develop this even further. The research and evaluation of the existing programs and the efforts that will be put ongoing will be done on a continuous basis to help and revamp the programs if necessary, right? So what Nova Scotia says, and it's a part of an ongoing effort that normally they put it in a report together, and this plan was released for 2022 up until 2025, which outlines the kind of importance that the Francophone community has in the province of Nova Scotia and the kind of importance that Nova Scotia is going to put in the coming years in order to attract this particular set of people who can come and settle in the province as permanent residents. Now, what Nova Scotia further says is that there should be specific streams which should be expected in the coming days, and also they are going to heavily rely on promotions. Now, if you already know that certain other provinces are already doing these promotions. Now, province of Newfoundland is going to India to attract nurses to come to Canada and live as permanent residents or probably apply under the licensure procedure and come to Canada. The Prince Edward Island or the province of New Brunswick has already been doing it. Earlier in the news was that New Brunswick had gone to the Middle East to attract IT professionals. So just like these ongoing efforts, what Nova Scotia says is that they will be making dedicated efforts for the Francophone community in the coming years. The plan 2022-2025 talks much more in depth and detail, which if you are interested, if you want to learn French, for sure you should look at this and then try to plan your moves when it comes to coming to Canada. Guys, all in all, overall, I would say that today, when express entry has become increasingly difficult, when the programs have become increasingly competitive, French seems to be one of the escape routes and a good success strategy. If you can learn French, I highly recommend you should do that. It's not only Nova Scotia, but all the other provinces, even BC, you have Saskatchewan, the federal programs, the Atlantic Immigration Program. All of these programs are open to accepting people when it comes to permanent residency in Canada. And today, when all the other programs are highly competitive and tough, you should look at these competitive edges, which is learning French. Guys, if you want to assess your profile or if you want to speak to me, please feel free to schedule a consultation and I would be more than happy to connect with you, assess your profile and give you the recommendations based on your personal profile. Once again, we wish you all the best and we really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.